Hey, beautiful people, it's Susan jumping in for our Financial Freedom Friday, and just wanted to talk about some ways that we can save money. Yes, in our Facebook platform, I put a post in there concerning 20 ways that we can actually save money very quickly, or 20 fast ways, I would say. But the first thing that I always talk about when we're dealing with our personal finances is we must get out of debt. And I talk about our GOOD program, which is that GOOD. It stands for get out of debt. And so, because before we can actually start building wealth, before we can start actually getting in a position till we can start really saving at a larger level and also investing, we have to be able to get out of debt as well. And so some of these ways that we're going to be talking about are, and we're not going to cover 20 today, we're just talking about a few, but some of the ones are, your meals, instead of eating out a lot, especially if you're working somewhere and, on your job or whatever, prepare your meals and take your meals to work with you. And we're not saying that you can't ever, a special occasions, someone's birthday or something like that. But just on an everyday basis, learn to prepare your meals at home. It's a lot cheaper, for what you're going to pay for one lunch. That lunch is probably going to be anywhere from $15 to $20 if you're, at a decent restaurant. And so those meals can really add up. Also, with our coffee, people love coffee, and that's why so many coffee shops around. But that $5 to $7 that you're going to be spending every day, at least 5 days a week, learn to make your coffee at home. Invest in you a little espresso machine or a Keurig, or something of that nature, and get you a really nice insulated mug and take that with you, and you can take your coffee to work with you. Even if you have to get a thermos and you drink, a couple of cups a day or whatever, have your own thermos, and then that way you can just reheat it, while you are at work. But that's going to save a lot of money, because so many times, we're not looking at the, oh, it's just $5, oh, it's just $7. But if you really add that up in a week's time, and then a month, and then a year, you would be amazed at the money that you are really just throwing away. And that money could be going toward getting out of debt, or it could be going towards your 3 to 6 months of your emergency fund. Or if you are already out of debt, then it could be going towards your investment so that you can retire and live comfortably in your retirement years. And so, so just, our meals, if we look at that, also our subscriptions, look at those subscriptions that you have. If you have a cable bill, and you have, internet services, alarm systems, or whatever, there are so many services now where you have companies that are doing the bundle services. So if you can get all of your services into one, and that's going to really be cheaper than you paying individually. Or if it's just something that you can live without, even if it's something that if you are on a strict plan and you are really on a path of really wanting to get out of debt, you can think about maybe unsubscribing to those particular services for maybe 6 months, and use that money that you would be saving, especially if you're dealing with cable and, those satellites and all of that. I mean, that's an easy $100 a month that you could be saving. You talk about 6 months, that, that could be really close to $600 or $700. And that could eliminate a few bills, if you are trying to get out of debt. Also, that money could be going towards your, again, your 3 to 6 months of saving. So always look at the things that you're not utilizing. Just don't pay, just don't let those bills come every month and then pay them, aimlessly. Really look at those bills and make sure that there's no mistakes on those bills. Make sure that there's no errors, because I have had that in the past where I have been charged double for the same service. But again, I go through my bills before I pay them and look at the itemized things on there. and really try to see if I am really being charged for the services that I have used. And so you know, just looking at those types of things. Also, you know, you're looking at vehicles and everything. You know, making sure that you know that you can you know, get a vehicle that that is going to be reliable and safe, but also that is not going to, you know, to have you upside down in it, in terms of you know, you are going to have to pay for that car longer than that car is probably going to last. Or you know, or you're, you know, maybe your credit was not as good when you first, you know, got the car, and now through you consistently paying card notes or whatever, maybe your credit score has increased. So you really want to look at your credit score and see what that is. And if it has increased, then you may want to go and see if you can refinance it, or, you know, or go to a, you know, a credit union, especially if you work for a hospital or school or something that has a credit union. Then go to that credit union and see if you can refinance your car for a lower interest rate, and then that will save you some money as well. Also, you know, those fitness centers and those gyms, you know, yeah, we want to look good and feel great and all of that. But sometimes, you know, you can eliminate some of those monthly fees, maybe for, you know, a few months, you know, 4 to 6 months, and utilize that money, you know, to save as well, you know, and you can still exercise. You can exercise, you know, you can do walking, you know, in the park or in your neighborhood. You know, you can, you know, get you resistance bands that's going to help you with your core and your abs. Some light weights that you can utilize as well. Jumping rope is very good, you know, and just some old-fashioned jumping jacks, you know, some of the stuff we learned in the gym when we were growing up. So, you know, so those are just little tips. You know, by all means, this is not exhaustive. There are way more than 20 ways that we can save money, but you know, let's start putting those into practice today, so that we can always be in a better position later than we are now. And the way that we do that is we have to change our habits, we have to change our mindsets, and we have to change the way that we view money and the way that we handle money. So again, beautiful people, I love you. This is Susan here with Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. And you know what I always like to say, that we're going to live long and finish strong and always be healthy, wealthy, and wise. So take care. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.